Welcome to the Body Garage Mobility Sessions. We're going to take you through a few movements that I really enjoy that help to open up the hips and the shoulders today. Okay, so first what I want you to do is you're going to start in a kneeling position. If you have a mat under your knees, that's probably going to feel best, and I'll turn the other way so you can see my feet and what they're doing. There we go. That's some natural lighting to work with. So what we're going to do is we're going to tuck the toes, and I want you to just reach back and put your hands on your heels here. Now this might be enough for some people, but as you're doing this, I want you to pull your shoulders back, okay? Now that might be enough for you. So I'm gonna show a few different phases of this movement, okay? So this is called a crescent stretch or a half moon stretch. So pose, or whatever, you could add whatever noun you want onto the back of that. But hands go on the heels of the feet, shoulders back, and then look up, okay? Now, if that's enough for you, and it's going to be enough for a lot of people, then that's all I want you to do. Reset, shoulders back. Now, if that isn't enough for you, here's what we're going to do. Take kind of a wider stance to give yourself some room. The wider your feet are, the more room your shoulders will have, and vice versa. So what we're going to do now is we're going to push into the feet, and I've got most of my weight on my hand, my shoulders, and thus on my feet. And I'm going to start to extend my hips forward, 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 forward. And then I'm going to breathe. Nice big belly breaths. About 3 breaths. And then I'm going to reset my hips. Now, what you're going to feel when you're doing this, now that's end game right there. It's end range and all be all of anterior fascial line stretching, right? Anterior tension stretching. It doesn't have to be specific to the fascial lines, but that's what we are stretching. So just think pubic symphysis up, the rectus abdominis right up to the chin, as well as the hip flexors. That's what we're looking for here. So we're going to push hips forward. Now try rolling your elbows open just a little bit. Tell me how that feels on your biceps. It's going to feel a little stingy, a little burny. That's your biceps. They're probably in a shortened position. Shift those hips forward for even more stretch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right back down. This is not something you want to fly through at the rate that I'm speaking. You want to slow everything down and move with your breath. Okay, breath is key here. So let's take one big breath in. Inhale, exhale. On our next inhale, we're going to push our hips forward, push our chest out. Big breath in. Exhale, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, perfect. So that's going to be your crescent stretch. Now, what I'd like to do is let's bring you into a squat position. Okay, actually we'll start up tall here. So A-frame. Now, for some it's hard to get down and put your hand behind you. Turn so you can see a little bit better. So it might be asking a lot to put your hand behind you. So what I suggest is get like a small chair. I've got a cooler right here. So I've got my branded cooler. Everything's branded. So what you're going to do is reach to the cooler behind your hips and then reach up above your head, right? And I want you to rib cage closed, not much stretch. Rib cage open, rib cage and hips as well. My pelvis is turning and opening. Reach. Good. And then you want to have something on the other side to grip onto as well. And eventually, what you want to be able to do, it's called a Skiva stretch. This is well, I mean, it could be, it's movement, but in capoeira, there is a trip that you would use, that you would move your foot out and then pull the ankle of your opponent forward to trip them up. So that's what I'm calling this stretch. So here's end game. Your palm is flat, reach up and over, and you're actually walking your hands from one side to the other. Plant left hand behind left foot and reach. Left hand, right hand comes over, reach. And you can just make this into a nice little pattern of movement. Alrighty, so those are the 2 stretches I wanted to share with you today. Please take them, practice them. I like to set a timer for about a minute. Start at a minute, and then when that gets easy, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, so on and so forth. Practice those every day if you'd like. You can expect to get more neural patterning, more awareness, proprioception, and just get better. It's also kind of hard to do, so you'll get stronger too. Please take those with my compliments. Enjoy. Have a great day. We'll see you next time in the Body Garage.